Where do you guys want to start? Where do you want to start? Let me just make sure. Yeah, all right. I'll just make sure the mic looks good. Just someone confirm that you can hear. Oh, that'd be good. Where do you guys want to start? Bart Winkler show. We are taping this one live after Packers and Detroit. The Green Bay Packers go into Detroit and they lose 15-6 was the final. What a dumb game. 15-9. My bad. Mason Crosby got in there. We got the StreamYard link. We're on YouTube. Let's start it the old-fashioned way.
Call from
Mike the painter.
Hey, Bart.
You got me, bud. What's up, dog?
Dude, the Packers need to take the rest of the season.
I don't think they have the choice, Mike. I think that's kind of just going to happen.
I think so too. This is just pathetic. And look at all the players went down. Oh my God.
You know what? I will say to start, one of the reasons why I took the Packers to win this game is because I did not think that the Packers would lose 8 in a row, because they're going to lose to Dallas, obviously, and then they're going to lose to Tennessee, and then they're going to lose to the Eagles. So the only reason that I would have thought the Packers could have won this game is because I didn't think they would I assumed the next 3 losses. I didn't think for a minute Aaron Rodgers had 60 yards to go at the end of this game. 60 yards, 3 timeouts, 2 minutes. All he needs a touchdown, but it's Aaron Rodgers. We've seen him do this a million times.
Oh, plenty. But we've had Devontae Adams. We have young wide receivers.
But it's always about, do you have Aaron Rodgers? Do you have Aaron Rodgers?
Sammy Watkins don't know which way to go.
Well, I think Sammy on that one play on the goal line, there was one person expecting that ball to be a pass, and that was Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that's true. I don't like those RPOs. They need to just I don't understand why Aaron Jones wasn't in the beginning of the game. I get it if he had some kind of ankle injury that we didn't know about, but it seemed like, he wasn't in there forever, and that was just bogus, because that's our best player besides Aaron Rodgers. But this season is just over, and it sucks. I didn't think Devontae Adams was going to be that big of a deal, but it sure is.
I mean, I don't want to think it's like they're 3-6, okay? And if you want to play optimist, it's fine. But Cowboys, Titans, Eagles, the Bears, Justin Fields broke a QB rushing record today.
No way, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he's good. The Rams, the Dolphins, the Vikings, the Lions. I mean, you're gonna have to win. You're gonna have to win 7 of those games to sneak in with 10 wins. And I think there's 8 games left. Yeah, you're done. They're done. This sucks. They're done.
Yeah, that sucks.
Well, how you doing otherwise? I miss you.
I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. I'm actually running a big job over in the 3rd ward right now. I got 10 guys under my belt that I'm in control of, and so it's a new project, apartments.
Yeah. So wait, let me get that right. Really, you have guys under your belt that you're in control of?
Yeah. I got
congratulations.
I'm a job site foreman, and I'm in control of 11 guys. So yeah, it's a big job.
All right, Mike the painter has guys under his belt that he's in control of.
I think you like that one. But no, everything's going good. So how's everything else with you? Are you just going to be doing the podcast stuff, or are you finding something? Is anybody going to give you a job?
I'm actively looking for gainful employment, but the World Cup's coming up in 2 weeks, and I'm like, no, I just kind of want to watch that.
True. Well, we play Monday, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, we play in 2 weeks. How about that against Wales?
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right, Mike. Well, we'll talk about that later. Good to hear from you.
Birthday. Hey,
what?
For my birthday. And
When-
that's why I think the Tennessee Titans are going to lose, because the Packers are going to beat them on the day before my birthday,
So your birthday is on November what?
18th.
All right. Happy early birthday.
I'll be 47.
Jesus. All right, Mike.
All right. Well, you enjoy your rest of your day. Go Bucks.
Go Bucks.
At least we have them.
Yep, 9-0.
All right.
All right, see you, Mike.
Talk to you later.
Bye. We'll go live tomorrow's show. We will go live. We have the UW big city matchup, UWM versus MSOE. We got Radford coming into Marquette. We got South Dakota at the Badgers. A lot of hoops on Monday. We got the Bucks and the Hawks. So that'll be a live one. All right. I'll just start to take the comments and people as they jump in. Again, the Packers lose 15-9. Aaron Rodgers, 23 of 43. 1 touchdown thrown, 3 interceptions. He was your leading rusher. Oh, women's hoops tomorrow. Thanks, Ryan. Wisconsin at UWM. Alan Lazard, 4 for 81 and a score. Josiah DeGuara had 5 catches. That's 5 too many. My God. I got a couple of people in here. Jake, you there?
Yo, can you hear me, Bart?
I hear you loud and good. What's up?
Man, you know what? I don't think people really understand the burden that I have by being right all the time. Like,
I understand. I as a fellow always writer, I understand.
Man, it's funny. I was kind of watching the game and monitoring Twitter while it still lasts, while the game was going on, and there was like that little glimmer of hope at the end there, and people were getting excited, and I'm like, what is it like? Okay, so let's say they come back and win this game. Are you really feeling better about this team? Because like that entire experience was like watching a funeral to me.
So you watch funerals, and at the very end of the funeral, it's like the guy starts to move and he might come alive.
No, I don't know. I guess maybe I go on Twitter and tweet about the funeral procession. I don't know. Maybe that is a weird analogy, but like it was like watching the end of an era in a way. Like it put the nail in the coffin on the Aaron Rodgers has anything left in the tank like conversation. And I tried telling you guys.
And that was my point. 2 minutes, 3 timeouts, 60 yards. The Detroit Lions. I don't care if you don't have Devontae. I don't care if David Bakhtiari's back out there to be wide receiver 1. Awful play. I don't care if you've got 4 receivers that are Bakhtiari size. It's Aaron. All I've heard for 15 years, all I've heard every time I interview anybody about anything regarding Rodgers, no matter where they're from. Hey, what do you think of the Packers' chances this year? Blah, 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 blah. But you have Aaron Rodgers, so you always have a chance. Guess what, Jake? That ain't true anymore. It's over.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there. And you know what was a miracle about that? They got to the 2-minute drill and they had 3 timeouts. Could you believe that? Like, to me, that was the biggest win of the game, is that we didn't have that special call or burn timeout play called at some point in the third quarter where Rodgers comes out of the huddle. He doesn't even like walk towards the center. He just looks at the sideline and then just waits for the clock, and he turns around and calls timeout. Like that's his jam right there. He loves that play. But yeah, I mean, 2 minutes to go. It's weird. In years past, it would be so much confidence watching the game from my part, where I'd be like, oh, okay, they got this. A 1 minute to go, you'd be like, yeah, they're gonna score. And they got the ball with great field position 2 minutes to go, and I was just like, it doesn't matter. This is over. I mean, you watch that game. There was just nothing doing. There was no juice in that team. It reminded me of watching like the Paul Chryst Badgers right before he got fired. Like it seemed like they were playing in slow motion. Nobody really seemed to give a shit. And I don't know, man. Like to me, it's a little bit cleansing that I don't have to care about this team. I've got my Milwaukee Bucks, which is like chicken soup for the soul. Every time I get down about anything sports, it's like, oh, the Bucks are playing tonight. I can just sit down and enjoy watching a generational player. And even when Giannis doesn't play, like this team is such a team that they're just fun to watch. Like that was one of the most fun games of the year, I thought, last night, watching those guys without Giannis.
Yeah, and Beauchamp the last 2 nights has been, fun to watch, especially Friday when it was just Giannis feeding him late. That was awesome.
I'm trying to like not be bullish on Beauchamp because God, we need a young
Fifth
player to
rookie
pan
that
out.
Coach Bud has ever started in a game all time.
Pretty crazy. Like it's hard to not be bullish though because we've had such garbage from the rookies. Basically, you've got Giannis in the last like 25 years that's actually panned out. That for at least guys that they've drafted. So man, they are due, and I hope this Beauchamp kid, like he's got such a great story. He hustles. I hate to sound like a local that you hear him talk about. Oh, I like that guy. He hustles on the court. He gets the loose balls, but it's easy to root for a guy like that. So I think he's got some good mentors and guys like Bobby Portis, who a lot of people kind of wrote off his career just because of a couple incidents that he had, and Bobby found a home. So,
Jake, we gotta get off the bus. We gotta talk Packers right now.
Why?
We'll talk Bucks tomorrow. I'll go live tomorrow.
Oh, fine. But hey, before I let you go, I gotta say
Packers season is over and Rodgers' career is done. We got.
And they should have traded him. They should have traded him for 96 draft picks and 6 starting players, like they could have. But now they get the, benefit, or they get the luxury of paying him $90 million a year for the next 5 years after he retires and stays under cap and all of that good stuff. So doesn't that just give you some hope for the future?
Yeah. To put it another way, we're fucked.
Well, yes. I mean, it's more fun to kind of draw it out though, and make comparisons and all that good stuff. But before I go, I just want to let you go, man. Your digs, they look a little bit too get out. I think you need a new home, buddy. Check your DMs.
Okay. Thanks, Jake.
Thanks, Bart.
Hot take, Jake, my guy, joining us on the stream. A couple more of you in the waiting zone, the green room. I'll get in there. A couple of tweets and YouTube mentions. NNYE66 says the end it's here. Wisco Cheese says, well, no point to play Jordan Love now. It's unfair to him. Too many people are hurt. What, 9 guys go down today? Craig says, well, this is what a team with no player leadership looks like. Embarrassing. Aaron Rodgers is cooked. That one comes from Never Before Seen. Wisco Cheese also says 2 field goals on the goal line would have helped. I didn't mind going for it early when it was scoreless. I didn't like that we went for 2, but that ultimately didn't really matter. The Packers had, they had a chance with 2 minutes. Okay, so as I tweeted before I jumped on here, there's a lot of different things to talk about again in this game, and Aaron Rodgers was bad. But there's many other things that happen. There's injuries. There's stupid plays on defense. There's anybody that you want to mention, you could pick on and say, where was he? Aaron Jones doesn't play. A.J. Dillon can't get 1 yard. The receivers can't hang on to the football. There's Robert Tonyan's slower than DeGuara, who DeGuara runs like he's got 80-pound weights on his legs. There's so many things that are wrong about this team, but when you have 2 minutes to go and you have 3 timeouts and you need 60 yards and 1 touchdown and you have Aaron Rodgers, I mean, what happened to the days of that guy at the Cowboys Stadium saying, Cowboys fans think they won. They don't know Aaron Rodgers. Like, what happened to those days? Those days are gone, and it's over. And instead of Rodgers moving on and, having a nice year somewhere and then wilting away eventually, like was Goody's plan, Goody knew, but he went back on his convictions, and now this is what we're in the middle of. You guys can join on the StreamYard. I do have that link tweeted. If you're watching live, there's a weird AT&T type internet password to get on there. Otherwise, you can just connect via Twitter. Landmark, you there, buddy?
I'm here, Bart. You know me. You know I don't normally call or get all in my feelings about this team or about really anything except for the wave. But we're going to talk about this Packers team today.
Talk to me, buddy.
So, the first thing that I have to say.
You are a little scratchy, though.
All right. Let me try. Is this better or worse?
Just talk for like an abbreviated time. Or do whatever you're doing right now.
All right. So basically, what I want to talk to you about is with Sammy Watkins, they need to
Landmark, I'll come back to you. Hey, let me come back to you.
TV announcers kept pointing that out.
I can't hear you.
At this point, where you're at.
We'll get back to him. Austin.
Bart. Hey, man. Hey,
Hey,
good
buddy.
to talk to you.
Good to talk to you.
So, I got it on. I think it's time.
He is taking off his Aaron Rodgers jersey.
I think it's time.
Is that
He
it? Are you
is-
gonna
he's
burn
shot.
it now, or put a lighter to it and then take the lighter back and then put a piece of paper down that says thanks for the memories
I'm just going to hang
and
it
then
up.
burn it?
I'm going to hang it up as he should. It's over. It's absolutely over. Let him ride out the season. If he wants to retire, whatever, we'll take our cap hit. But what good can we do for the next coming year? Because this one's over. So, okay, so we get Aaron Rodgers for next year. What's a 5th round draft pick going to do us with him? It's nothing.
Well, and the thing is, the thing too is they had an exit plan with Rodgers,
Mhm.
but then he had 2 MVP seasons. He had 2 back-to-back MVP seasons, and it put everybody in a tough position. Like, you can't get rid of him. We wanted to get rid of him when there was signs of a decline, but then he played really well. So how do we get rid of him now? And then the Packers have been a team that has always gotten rid of guys early, but they didn't do that with Rodgers because he goes in. So like,
Because he
Rodgers-
wanted to end as a Packer.
Rodgers screwed everything up. He screwed everything up for us.
I
because
finally
we couldn't trade
am
him.
seeing the light, Bart. I'm
Yeah, well,
finally
he
seeing
screwed
the
everything
light
up
on
for
it.
himself. He's so adamant about he doesn't want to end as a Rodgers never wanted to end as a Packer for like
Get out of here.
the
Yeah,
Bart
he did.
Starr, Brett Favre legacy. He wanted to end as a Packer because he didn't want to go anywhere else where they wouldn't bow down and acquiesce to every move. He wanted Mike McCarthy fired. Mike McCarthy's fired. Mike McCarthy's going to come in here in 6 days and kick the shit out of you. Although that will probably be the game where Rodgers has 7 touchdowns. That piece
Well,
of
no.
garbage.
No, he will get fucking ass clowned just as bad as he did it against the Detroit Lions today. That is going to be Mike McCarthy coming in and saying, hey, buddy, I'm a better coach than Matt LaFleur, and I have a shittier quarterback, and I can do more than you can.
Yeah, if we can only score 9 points against the Lions defense, the Cowboys are going to – they might – like Mike McCarthy's going to look around and be like, I know I'll probably get suspended for a year for this because my buddy Sean Payton did it, but we're going to do a bounty on Aaron Rodgers. Somebody needs to go down there. Somebody needs to get him killed. We don't need him killed forever, but we just need to kill him today. And so I'll give anybody who kills him. I'll give you a free cell com for a year, and I'll give you $3,000 a hit.
We need Aaron Rodgers right now. We need him. All right, hey Bart, man, I just had to vent a little. I don't want to go on a whole rant like I did the last time. So happy to just listen in after this. Thanks for taking that.
Yeah, your call or whatever. I'm not.
Yeah, I don't
sure
know
what
how
to
to
say.
say it. Like, thanks for taking.
Thanks for taking my-
414-799.
Thanks for taking my whatever. You're welcome. All right, Austin. Thanks, buddy. Again, Bart Winkler Show. I want to thank Happy Place Hemp. Happy Place Hemp. They've got CBD products for you. They've got THC products, gummies, specifically the Delta 8s, Delta 9s, THC O's. If you want to pop one back and forget that today ever happened, feel free. HappyPlaceHemp.com. Promo code is BART. It gets you 25% off all orders. Your first, your second, your ninth, your third, your eighth, your fifth, whatever. HappyPlaceHemp.com. Promo code BART. A couple more people with comments. Do you think the game would have been totally different if they would have just kicked the field goal instead of going for it? I mean, this is a goal for a team at this point, and I don't mind that. But then you have to run the right kind of stuff. So if we go all the way back to that 4th and goal situation where they run with Dillon, and Dillon cannot pick up a yard. Dillon cannot pick up a yard. He can't do it. I don't know what it is, but it's not happening for him. Then on second down, they send in a play, these RPOs. They send in a play. If you see a run, obviously this is a run play, but if you see a pass play, take it. All right. So normally what Rodgers could do, and here might be a Devontae thing, is Well, Rodgers and Devontae knew that if an RPO was coming in, they were just going to throw it to Devontae. So they knew. But Sammy Watkins doesn't know. So Rodgers gets up there. He might head tap at Sammy, and Sammy's like, bro, you weren't here, and then I was hurt. I don't know what the fuck that means. So then Rodgers just throws into the corner of the end zone, and Sammy starts going the other way. And everybody's blocking the run. And they're like, well, what was that? It's all right. We got third down. Okay. Third down. Let's run it again to A.J. Dillon. You see his quads? Well, A.J. Dillon's been eating a little too much AC tap because that guy can't move. Then on fourth down, you throw it to David Bakhtiari. David Bakhtiari tweeted at Elon Musk this week. Love the constant trolling that Elon's trolling. Well, I commented on David Bakhtiari and I said, are you talking about your offense? I'm trying to get actively blocked by two guys right now. David Bakhtiari and whatever Adav Kleiman is. Who is that guy? It's not a real person. He doesn't say anything new. Everyone follows him. That's not his real face, his icon, or it wouldn't be a cartoon. Let's try Landmark again. You there? I'm like muting you. You're muting me.
Yep. All right. I'm back. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Am I good?
What'd you do differently?
I got on my computer. I was on my phone with my AirPods. So I thought that was going to work out, but that did not work out at all. So I apologize for besmirching your podcast and stream, my brother.
I got to say something about AirPods. I hate them.
Like, I love the sound quality. Like, hearing stuff is great, but everybody's like, oh, I can't hear you. And I'm like, come on, man, that's paid too much for this to be that bad of quality. But
you know what I hate about them? Let me just vent. When you have real headphones in, like if I'm mowing the lawn and I have real headphones in and like my neighbor's outside to talk to him, I'll take out one headphone and he'll know that I'm no longer like I'm able to listen. But then like my wife will walk around with her AirPods in. And then if she comes out to the living room and she wants to talk, they might be off, but they're still in. I don't know. I just don't like talking to people when they have AirPods. That's my vent.
No, I agree. I'm with you. And as I was getting my setup, you covered some of the points that I wanted to make, but one of them, what breaks my brain is this play calling. We know what this roster is. We don't have the caliber of talent at the wide receiver to be doing the stuff that we're doing when we're throwing and throwing and throwing. And then I don't know who was the galaxy brainchild of let's throw the ball to David Bakhtiari on fourth down, but that person should be driving themselves back from Detroit at that point, right? Like there's just, like you said before, there's so much wrong with this team. And every time this announcer goes, oh, well, it looks like Sammy Watkins ran the wrong route. I'm like, that's why he's been on 5 teams before his age 30 season. Like, there's just so much that is broken, and it's incredibly frustrating because we have this young talent and we're not using it. Like, it's just frustrating, Bart. It really is.
So I'm looking at some of my Twitter posts and my mentions here is I'm also listening to you. I just vented about people not listening, and then I was listening, but also I was doing something else.
It's fine. That's the experience, right? Like I get you. It's all good. And I mean, that's where we're at this point. You know, you've come on these airwaves 9 straight weeks and had the same conversation about this team because it's the same thing
Well, I'm planting the flag in it today. And I'm planting the flag in because the tweet was about a half hour ago. Packers have many, many problems. This loss isn't just on one guy. That being said, Rodgers is done. I got the clown post tweet, and then I got, are you effing kidding me, bitch ass C? Show me Rodgers. You guys, he had 2 minutes to go. 3 timeouts. Needed a touchdown. This is Rodgers. This is what he does. And then he gets a first down, and he just sails 3 into the end zone. He's done. It's over.
I mean,
it is over.
He's not Matt Ryan cooked, but he's getting to the point where that thermometer is
Someone tells me, Landmark, 25 other teams would still make that call for him, even at that salary. What is a joke?
I didn't tell you that. I mean, we can rattle off names right now. It's just, Yeah, because the league is half of these guys. You got Geno Smith, you got PJ Walker, you got Sam Ellinger, you got all these other guys. Sure, they would play ahead of Aaron Rodgers, but again, that's just how this league is. There are so many mediocre quarterbacks. We're getting to the point where it's the mediocre quarterback league because there's like 9 good quarterbacks, and then you're like, yeah, I don't really want any of those guys. At least that's how I feel about it, man.
Yeah, this sucks. Well, I'm glad your phone's better, and I appreciate you coming on.
Yep, I will know for next time, computer or bust. Thanks for.
Hey, did the wave start yet? You're a big wave guy.
That's what I was going to ask you. Now that we know that the Packers season is over, or can we get in on some wave talk in December and January? Or
Do you want a Milwaukee Wave post-game show?
I mean, I'll be stuck in the parking lot, so I don't know that we can post-game show it, but I will come on here and talk wave with you anytime.
That's like the ultimate rain check from me to you.
I know it's not going to happen, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to stop pushing it.
All right. Thanks, buddy.
Right, thank you. Bye.
See ya. Badger 24 from North Carolina.
Hey, Bart.
What's up with you?
Man, it's painful watching this team. The 2 things I just want to say. The first thing, and we talked about this before, why did we run the play clock down to 1 second every single offensive play? Coming out of a timeout. Run 1 second every play. He doesn't even read he doesn't get time to read the defense, Bart.
Rodgers is cerebral, and he's one of the smartest quarterbacks in the league, so he needs all that time.
But Bart, they came out of that timeout on that last play. They were so disorganized. They had no idea no one knew what they were doing. Rodgers didn't have time for anything. Every offensive play goes down to 1 second. And then when they had the ball, when they're down by 2 scores, 8 minutes left, no urgency. There's no speeding up the offense. You're down by 2 scores. I mean, there was no chance. There was no given chance we would even get the ball back.
So what now? Are we going to lose to the Cowboys by 30?
You can just say yes to pretty much anyone on the schedule, as far as I'm concerned. And the one thing I took away from today is Rodgers can't do what he used to do 5 years ago. He underthrew the ball so many times today. It was pathetic. If Hutchinson wasn't there for that interception, that ball doesn't even get to Bakhtiari. And play call right, wrong, or indifferent. But he underthrew the ball so many times today. He doesn't have that. He can't throw off his back foot anymore. He's aging. I mean, it's just is what it is. I mean, I know you need to win in this league with a quarterback, and he's probably our best chance to win. But man, I mean, just declining. And the thing is, he was doing the same finger pointing and yelling at the receivers again. Like he yelled at Tunyon on that one interception. What was Tunyon supposed to do? Like he threw into triple coverage. What was Tunyon supposed to do in that situation?
The throws, I mean, the slant throws are low. The deep balls are not there. He can't throw the Hail Mary anymore. He's overthrowing guys. David Bakhtiari is not a wide receiver, and they're trying to like that. That's like when you play with your buddies and you're like, fuck it, I want to get my friend a touchdown. Like that. That was stupid.
It was, but you know what? Go back and look at that again. I thought he got hit, and that's why the ball was so underthrown. But if you go back, he never got hit. And I'm telling you, if Hutchinson wasn't there, that ball doesn't even get to Bakhtiari. That's how bad it was.
Yeah, I never mentioned the play where he threw it at the lineman's head for the third game in a row.
Not good, Bart. Not good. I don't know. I don't know where to go from here. Cowboys, Tennessee, Eagles. It's not going to be pretty.
Single male in Milwaukee tweets, hard to take Bart seriously because he was talking the shit about Rodgers when he was winning back-to-back MVPs. I would think you'd take me more seriously. My last 2 years on Rodgers, look, I don't like Rodgers as the guy. I don't like him. That's fair. You might not like me. It's fair. But now he sucks as a quarterback. So
no, he's struggling.
That like me, like the people that are standing up to defend Rodgers left and right. He had his opportunity today. 2 minutes, 3 timeouts. He had his opportunity. He failed. Badger, appreciate you, buddy.
All right, buddy. Hey, quick question for you.
Yeah.
So your show, all it downloads. So I subscribe to your show, and it automatically loads your show every day for me. Does that count as a download, or does it count as a download when you play it?
It counts as a download.
Okay, because I know you can
If you-
manually do
so
it.
what I
Or
okay, business meeting. Let me get into the business room. Hold on, Cone. Cone, give me 1 sec. All right, let me get into the business room. Okay. Where the hell am
Downloads.
I? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Where's my face?
You're there. You got some ocean front property behind you there.
Oh, I can't see myself. Jeez. You can hear me.
Yep.
God dang it.
I
All
can
right,
see
well,
you too.
can't see
Yeah.
myself. All right. Well, just click on my show every day from every laptop or computer you have, and also watch all the YouTubes.
Easy enough.
All right. Thanks,
All right,
Badger.
Bart. Thank you, buddy.
See you, buddy. Where the hell is my face? All right, Cone. I guess I'm still live. I can't see myself, but what's up?
I can hear you.
Oh God, your phone is so quiet.
Let me put my AirPods in 1 sec.
Oh Jesus, Cone. Everyone can see my face except for me. You see my face, Austin?
Yeah,
Jeez.
I see you, buddy.
All right, am I louder now?
All right,
I
Austin.
am,
See
yeah.
ya. You can just stay right there.
Hey, I'm sorry for double dipping here.
Well, no, I'm having a hard fucking time, obviously. And I had the
I think
hotel
that
internet
has to be
mishap last week, so I'm in my basement trying to figure this out. I'm doing it live on YouTube. I'm just getting that little circle thing going. I can't see myself. I'm frightened that I'm not. Just whatever. All right,
It
Austin.
hasn't stopped. It wasn't like Buffalo. Hey, Cone, by the way, did I tell you Clinger's closed?
I heard, Austin. That's too bad.
Brutal.
That's fish fry in Milwaukee.
I know it. Hey, man, I just well, now that we have the pleasure of the Cone roll, but I did want to say a little about LaFleur. What was with our shit of, and is it Rodgers too? 1st and 10, all 4 of them going past the 10-yard line.
Yeah,
What
LaFleur
the
sucks.
fuck
I
is
haven't
that?
mentioned that yet. LaFleur sucks. All right, I'm going to talk to Cone here.
Take Cone.
Okay, see ya.
Bye, buddy.
What a shit show. I got to edit that out. What's up, Cone?
Bart,
Yeah.
tough game all around. Season is most likely over, but Rodgers still gives us our best chance to win. Some of those picks necessarily weren't his fault. The defense, I thought, could have put some more pressure on Goff. And there, Rodgers was still making plays towards the end of that game, trying to get us in the end zone. No idea what was going on in that Sammy Watkins play.
Sammy Watkins didn't know what was going on either.
Yeah, I mean, he did I don't know if you've seen that video going around on Twitter of the Pat Ricard on 3rd and long, where he just does a couple stutter steps and runs. That's what Sammy Watkins was looking like.
So
But,
what's
I
that
don't know,
like?
I'm
Here,
still
so
riding with
we've
that.
talked about Rodgers, Cone. My problem with him today is this was a game Rodgers wins. 2 minutes, 3 timeouts. You win that game if you're Rodgers.
Yep.
Even with the weapons he had. Now it didn't help that
And,
they were trying to fumble the game away, the receivers.
yeah, that was brutal. I don't know what Torre was doing there, but also was Jones hurt or did he just quit on the team? Because he was running in and out of the locker room, and then on the sideline it looked like he was just kind of moping.
I think that from the psychological standpoint that I would do if I was Aaron Jones, if I was Aaron Jones, I'm like, why am I not in this game? Then I would go and stand up the net, and I'd stand right by Matt LaFleur for as long as possible. And then if he still wasn't playing me, I would just go into the locker room and make someone be like, hey, Aaron Jones is hurt. And he'd be like, oh shit, I forgot. Yeah, we got to play Aaron Jones. I don't know. He might have just been trying to get his coach's attention because they don't use him. 2 coaches in a row now.
100%. And to be standing by the coach too. Jordan Love was doing a lot of that today. I thought he had his helmet on and he was hugging LaFleur's ass all game. So was he expecting to get in or something? I don't know.
Yeah. I thought, all right, thanks, Colin.
All right, Bart.
They did. I thought at some point, if they went down 2 scores, I thought we might see Love. But Matt LaFleur is not going to bench Aaron Rodgers. He's just not. If he hasn't done it now, he's not going to do it. And he probably, like, maybe Cohen's right. Maybe still, we don't know. We don't know what Jordan Love is. Now, if Jordan Love was Justin Fields sitting on the bench, get his ass in there. Justin Fields is QB1 in the NFC North. I've always been on Justin Fields. Bears lost, though, which is good. I didn't want them to win. Bears fans are really pumped. That's going to suck. So I don't want Justin Fields to be good because then Bears fans are going to be like, Bears fans lost to the Dolphins by 3. You will not be able to tell. I implore you. Once you're done listening to this fine podcast on a Monday morning, and if you're watching live, you will re-listen because you want this to continue, and those downloads help me. But if you go listen to my good buddies at 670 The Score on Monday. They will be celebrating that game like it was a win. Absolutely. And I think the Bears are better. I think the Bears, with Justin Fields, 178 yards rushing for Fields, 123 passing, but 3 TDs. If you're the Bears, man, you should be bummed you lost by 3 in a game that was exciting. Don't be all, hey, look at I don't know. Although this could be their, when the Packers lost to the Cowboys in 2007 and Rodgers came in for Favre and we're like, oh my God, the next 10 years are going to be great. Maybe that's what this game was for them because they saw a lot of good from Justin Fields today, both as a runner and also as a thrower. And maybe that's the kind of games that the Bears need to be in because Fields is used to those high-scoring collegiate. That was like a collegiate-type game. Vikings did win. That was my Golden Chicken slow-cooked barbecue game of the week because I thought the Vikings would eventually win, but it'd be a slog to get there, and that's what went down. Vikings win 20-17. The Bills, the mighty Bills, who we lost to a week ago, they lose to the Jets. Some shocking stuff there. And then we are recording in the middle of Seattle and Arizona and Tampa and the Rams. I put a lot of stock into Tampa this week. Every week I'm going to put a bunch of money, DraftKings money, on Tom Brady, on my $20 millionaires, because one of these weeks, but no, Brady's done too. I don't know why I think Brady's still got a 4-touchdown game in him when he's doing the exact same stuff that Rodgers is. Let me read some more of these comments that are coming in from you guys. Brett says, rank the 5 NFC North quarterbacks, including Love. Now, is it talent level? Is it from the future? If it's who could win me a game today, I want Justin Fields 1. I don't care. Justin Fields wins that game today if he's the quarterback of the Packers. Disagree? Is that outrageous to say? Kirk Cousins wins that game today. Is that outrageous to say? Then Rodgers, then Goff, then Nick Mullins, and then Love. Dan says, stop watching the Packers while you can. It hurts too much. Yeah. Let's see. Sunday. What do I got coming up this Sunday? Well, Sunday, McCarthy's back. I'll watch that game. But then the next week, Packers play the Titans. I might go to Marquette. Marquette plays that night against Long Island University. I might get out of the house on a Thursday night. Go watch that game. Then on the 27th, the Packers have the Eagles at night. Bucks got the Mavs at home. I want to go to that game. Then the Packers are in Chicago on December 4th. That's World Cup round of 16 action. Okay. Then the 11th. Let's see. Do we have a Monday night game? When do the Packers play that week? Oh, they must have their bye then. Okay. Then they play the Rams on Monday night, but the Bucks play the Pelicans. Then the 25th, they play on Christmas. Bro, it's Christmas. Then they got the Vikings on New Year's Day. College bowl games, son. Yeah. Yeah, conceivably. I'm not sure I need to watch another Packer game the rest of the season. Let's see. What else are you guys saying? Steve says Watkins ran the wrong route more than once today. Packers look silly now not getting a receiver at the deadline. Not that it would have made a big difference, but maybe it would have. I don't know. One of the things I think is wrong with Watkins is he's bad, but also what connection do him and Rodgers have? What chemistry of any way? And they're pigeonholing these receivers again. Samari Toure catches a long touchdown last week, so all they did to him was throw it deep. And Dobbs got hurt. Romeo Dobbs got hurt. He got hurt early, but I like that. So if you think like a Chase Claypool coming in here week 1 would have made the difference, do you think Romeo Dobbs being healthy would have made the difference? I don't. They're not a good team. They're not a good team. The line, like I said last week, Devontae left, and obviously that made the Packers worse, we're seeing. But somehow it also made everybody else, whether it was Devontae or not, everyone else got like 20% worse. The defense, they're making stupid mistakes. Jair did have a pick, good. Otherwise, he's celebrating making mistakes more than a guy who can't come up with an analogy. Yes. Because I mean, he's telling the Lions fans to keep it coming. You just got a 15-yard penalty for no reason. What are you doing? Martinez says, just start Love and give him some real season reps so he'll be ready for next year. Rodgers most likely retiring after this year. We're 3-6. The wild card is a super outside chance. It's sad times, man. Rodgers retiring would be such a dick move because he's still like so much money on the cap. And that's what I don't understand about this. If you drafted Jordan Love all those years ago and then stayed with Rodgers, you stayed with Rodgers. Okay. Love's not ready. Project. Rodgers then won some MVPs. Not pulling the Band-Aid off right away, I get. Why something wasn't done this offseason is the question. Not even why something wasn't done, but why did you get yourself into a financial situation that makes it worse? You paid Rodgers and you negotiate with Rodgers where it's like you're expecting 2 more MVP years out of him. You just got that. The guy's 38 years old. It's time to stop paying for like these guys. A lot of times these guys get contracts that's a reward for what they've done and hope that they can continue. You don't do that at age 38. But the Packers, I mean, that means Jordan Love must suck. That means he must suck. Because if the Packers were so willing to pay Rodgers and to be financially tied down to him, whether he's here or not, for the next few years, that must mean that with Jordan, like they would kill to be this 3-6 with Jordan Love. He must suck. But who knows? We're never gonna know. Rick says, I haven't seen a quarterback play this poorly since Randy Wright in the mid-'80s. Time to see what Jordan Love has. T. Daly says, Goot build this team. Where is his accountability? Yeah, I blame Goot for a lot of the bad drafts. But what I think I blame Goot the most for is for having the foresight to know that this was coming with Rodgers, making that decision, and then either being bullied into or backing down from his convictions. Because on paper, Gutekunst would have eventually moved on. And this would be a Jordan Love team. There's a reason Goody and LaFleur were so excited when we saw him on TV in that 2020 draft. There's a reason. But now we're like never even going to see that. So the guy had convictions, made a decision, and then backed up. So the only reason he could back up is he's scared or he bought into Rodgers being good again or Love sucks. JM says, go Bucks. How about that? 9-0. And they're something legit to look forward to. Pop says, give Love the start next week. Don't give Rodgers the satisfaction of getting to play McCarthy. Good angle there. Because I was thinking if the Packers lost this game today, one of two things would happen. One, Rodgers is going to come out next week and throw 5 touchdowns and be like this is his Super Bowl to prove that he was the one that, won it, not McCarthy. Even though the Dallas Cowboys have a pretty decent chance of going to the Super Bowl out of the NFC. Or we saw Rodgers get hurt, right? We saw him shake that thumb. Was he pulling an office employee on the Wednesday before March Madness? I think I'm coming down with something. Oh, aren't the basketball tournaments tomorrow, Jim? Oh, they are? God, I don't even know. I think I'm coming down with something. Rodgers, you okay? You're hurting your hand? Yeah, I don't know. My thumb hurts. Man, it better be ready for the Cowboys next week. Oh, they're on the schedule? I didn't even realize. Boy, my thumb really hurts. So either he throws 5 touchdowns next week or he ain't playing. I think there's at least a 40% chance he goes on IR this week. Adam says, Bart, this was it, the nail in the coffin. Yeah, I mean, yeah, probably. They're done. Look, I want him to win. I need him to win. I'm trying to start a podcast from wherever this dungeon is. I need big engagement every week. I need wins, dog. Packers fucked me. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Packer backer won. Yeah. Adam says, why am I here? Another ringing endorsement for the Bart Winkler show. Team is embarrassing. Team is who their GM is. Embarrassing. Does Happy Place Hemp have something specifically for struggling sports team watching? Going to need a bottle of it to get through the rest of the season. I'll tell you what I'll do for you, Adam. They do have a CBD muscle cream. I'll rub you down. Next person to order from happyplacehemp.com with the promo code BART, I will personally come to your house and rub you down with this muscle cream that they offer. Offer not valid in Wisconsin or any of the other 49 states. If you're from a different country, you show me the ticket and I'll get my ass there. Happyplacehemp.com. The promo code is BART. I'm going to jump in with those guys this week, talk a little bit more about what they think. They're big Packer fans, man. So I wonder if this is a first quarter poppage or a fourth quarter, wait till the game's ending, or maybe you want to stay up for the games tonight. I don't know. They got the Delta 8s, they got Delta 9s, they got the THCOs. That stuff is, you can get it here legally in Wisconsin. They'll still send it to you discreetly. They also have some of the non-THC products with the CBD, the gummies that help you stay alert, or these are different testimonials from different people. They say, I help it and it helps me stay alert. I don't need as much coffee maybe in the morning. Or for me, I'll tell you this, for me, I have a hard time sleeping. I really, really have a hard time falling asleep. I always get caught in that trap where I'm like, oh my God, I will never sleep again. You know that moment? So then, glug, glug, stink, stink. Just pop a gummy instead. Eventually, I fall asleep. I don't smell. Everyone in my family is still not ashamed of me and having to ask, why is there another empty Captain bottle in the recycling bin, mommy? So that's where I like it. I take the CBD CBNs. HappyPlaceHemp.com. Promo code is BART. 25% off every order. Adam also says Delta 9 is a necessity watching this team. Yeah. You can also pick it up, too. Brett says, I'm sick of hearing that the play to Bakhtiari was a bad play call. He was wide open. Rodgers underthrew him by 5 yards. That's on 12. I'll say this about that play. You're a 3-5 football team. You need points there. You run a play that you know works. Okay? You give it to Aaron Jones. You throw a slant to Alan Lazard. Do that little tight end drag route the Lions did against you to Robbie Tunyon. You don't do a David Bakhtiari pass. Do we even know he can catch? That's your play call? Could the design have worked if the pass wasn't underthrown? Sure. But is that what we're at? That's where we're at. Also, bad play because then there's David Bakhtiari wide receiver 1 jokes. Packers won today. Who needs Davante Adams when you got David Bakhtiari? They should have been thrown to him sooner. That would have been stupid. And I used that joke on Twitter. I said, Bakhtiari's hurt, another receiver. Kramer says it was a great play, just has to make that throw. I mean, at some point, run that play. I don't like running it there. Cameo 202, this quarterback's ego, attitude, and inability to look in the mirror is the death of this team. Vidrin says you should start a soccer podcast. Fuck the NFL, since the Packers are dog shit. I'll be doing some stuff for the World Cup. I'm trying to get on one of the TV stations, but they'll probably all just hire Keith Tozer. Little Wayne tweets, RIP to the season. We should have gotten rid of 12 before the season. When you've lost Lil Wayne. Wow. Chuck says, Rodgers at the podium looking like a homeless guy on North and Oakland. Hey. Although that intersection sucks. I start taking, there's like a weird back street that's like industrial. I start taking that, and I go like 100 down it. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Rodgers might retire if he gets benched against McCarthy next week. That will not happen. 40% chance Rodgers goes on the IR. Yeah, there we go. North and Oakland is lit. Hey, Bakhtiari is an iffy knee. Let's have him run some routes. Team is failing from the top down. Everyone sucks. Yeah, there's the other thing. That's from Scott. Guy said 9 surgeries on his knees in 2 years, and you're going to run a route with him when you need a touchdown? Andrew says, I'm 2 hours from Chicago. I do listen to 670 because everything that's not Bart sucks. They do celebrate losses like wins. Bears have no talent and play hard. Packers have talent and have a dumpster fire. Thanks. I like 670 to score a lot. But just what I saw from some of their guys is that they were very happy about the play of Justin Fields, as they should be. But you lost the game. Could have won that game. You lost the game. Have a nice Justin Fields party, but you lost that game. Brett also says Goody needs to have Rodgers decide right now in 2023. If there's more than a 40% chance he's retiring, you play Love next week. Rodgers ain't going to tell Goody that. Rodgers has Goody in like the GM coach version of the friend zone. Brian Gutekunst's life has been ruined by Aaron Rodgers. Okay, let me workshop that in for a minute. Brian Gutekunst, great young man. Outstanding education. UW lacrosse. Fine school. Although he probably lived in Whitehall, the clean dorm. So Goody gets a nice job as a scout, learns as a disciple from Ted. I'm going to take over the Green Bay Packers. And then Rodgers is like, not if I have anything to say about it. I am the Green Bay Packers. Remember how I watched Favre try to be bigger than the team? He failed. And I have learned from his mistakes. I will be bigger than this team. I will lull you into a false sense of I'm getting bad. And then you will draft my replacement. And I will put up such a big stink. But I will do it in a different, more calculated way. And then I will play so well that you're going to be like, oh no, is he going to come back? We need him. And I'll be like, yeah, I'll give you my answer. Meanwhile, I'll be golfing and I'll be doing drugs and bragging about them. And I'll be doing podcasts and I won't connect with any of our receivers. And then they'll drop the first play of the game and I'll say it's all their fault. And then you, Goody, who wanted to get rid of me and then didn't, you'll forever wonder, why didn't you have the stones to make that decision? And you'll always second guess yourself and everything else you ever do, all because of me. Aaron Rodgers. Ryan says, Aaron did the same thing to McCarthy. He's doing it to LaFleur. He is the commander of the ship and will sink anyone he doesn't think is smarter than him, which nobody is in his mind. I saw Andy Herman at one point say, after the third interception, you have to take control of this team if you're Matt LaFleur. You put in Jordan Love. And Matt LaFleur, I don't know if he thought about it or not. But I would have liked to see the road of what would have happened. Ultimately, if you're Matt LaFleur and you're down a score, you're keeping Rodgers in. You're going to do it. But what if you put Love in and still lost? Almost anything to change the dynamic of what the dynamic is, even if you feel like you're taking two steps back. What if they put in Jordan Love today? What if they put in Jordan Love and he was worse? Well, then now you have a mad quarterback. You have an angry Aaron Rodgers. Well, isn't that the whole reason he was good the last 2 years anyway? Because you drafted Jordan Love and motivated him? Well, shouldn't you put in Jordan Love now to re-motivate him if that's going to be what it takes? Otherwise, it's going to be the same shit every week. They're going to drive down the field. They're going to have an interception. They're going to go such close. They're going to say, we're improving. It's the same stuff every week. You got to do something to rock the boat here. Even if you think it's stupid. They're in such disarray. Like even something. Fair. Don't bash Whitehall. Well, I want to watch Buccaneers Rams. Who scored in that game? Cooper Kupp. Nice. I need him for fantasy. Titans Chiefs tonight. I didn't see who they're starting. I put a lot of money on the Titans. That was probably a mistake too. I'm right about Rodgers. I know everything about Rodgers. I'm a smart guy. Malik Willis against the Chiefs in Arrowhead. Put me down for Titans, please. Ridiculous. I am just going to check real quick if I have any more outstanding tweets. Oh, I have breaking news. If I get charged $8 for a blue check mark, I will pay for it. I'm looking for jobs right now. I can't have anybody be impersonating me with a blue check. Although maybe it would be better than what I'm currently tweeting. Bart, is that you that on the weekends always tweet stuff at David Bakhtiari and random senators from across the country? And no, God, no. That's someone's impersonating me. That's what I'll do. I got to make this a win for me. All right, so Packers lose. They suck. Bucks play tomorrow. We'll go on. So this is the Monday show. Tuesday's show will be taped Monday after the Bucks game. And then I will maybe try to get a guest this week or do something fun. I don't know. I need to open up a Diet Coke can and drop a little Captain in it and not have my parents, my family see. Dad, Mom. All right. Bart Winkler Show. Adios. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Like and subscribe. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm only here for a minute. I heard you say Jesus Christ.
I'm signing off.
Well, hello.
I don't have Tim Shea for the full hour.
Sorry.
I'm hovering over the end broadcast button.
All right. Well, we'll see you next week.
No, where were you? Where were you?
I was at home. Now I'm at a bar. I go out after the game to,
No, but you got to go during the game, during like the free shots and stuff.
No. The place that I'm at doesn't do free shots. They do.
You're wearing a Rodgers jersey. When did you put the Rodgers jersey on?
It's my only jersey I have.
I stopped wearing jerseys long ago. I'm too old.
Okay. Well, sorry. I still like it.
So you're at home by yourself with a jersey on?
Yeah. Well, I wore it earlier. And wore it on my way home today from Madison. And
well, what's up?
I was in Madison yesterday. That was more
good
fun.
game.
That
Shitty,
was
shitty weather.
That was more. Yeah. Oh, I have never been through conditions like that before. Ever. It was awful. The first half we were in the concourse. The second half it stopped raining and we got to our seats.
Yeah.
It's a good game. They won. One more game and they're bowl eligible. One more win.
Oh yeah, I'm pumped. I'm pumped for them to play in the game that's only broadcast on Barstool. That'll be cool.
No, it won't be. They're gonna. Right now they're you know how they do those like college predictions. They're slated to play Oklahoma.
By who?
I think it was CBS Sports.
How about it, Brian Kelly?
Restoring LSU. I love it.
What a call.
I love it. He had some big cojones, didn't he?
Yeah.
I love it because my family's Notre Dame fans, and they're like shitting on him all year. And then they're like, whoa, we hate Alabama, but we hate Brian Kelly. So they're both like, eh.
Yeah, Alabama and Clemson lost for the first time in like 10 years.
We're going to have the college football playoffs going to be a little different this year.
Yeah, and Tennessee losing is going to help them. Because now they're not going to lose in the SEC championship. And you're going to get LSU going to the SEC championship.
Playing Georgia.
Play Georgia, right?
Yeah.
And so if LSU loses, they'll be a 3-loss team, but but Tennessee beat them.
Yeah, I don't think.
But if they win, well, then they'll get in. They'll get in with 2 losses.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Especially since they were number 10. Like, I was surprised to see that when that happened. Like, LSU 10? Did not expect that.
I do love college football. I do love hating
the fact that TCU could get in this year. Like, they have their last hurdles this coming up weekend against Texas and Michigan, Ohio State. We'll get probably Ohio State. And I mean, I don't know who else.
Do you think the Badgers will win the West still? Illinois.
I mean, they won't, but I mean, I guess they're still mathematically alive if Illinois loses another one and the Badgers win out. Yeah. Or Illinois has to lose 2. So
what else? Did you have anything else to say?
No, just I'm done with the Packers. However, I as much as I want them to tank, and
I don't want them to tank.
Well, not tank, but lose pretty much. I don't want to
lose to
Dallas. We have to beat the Cowboys. We won't. We're going to get murdered. But
so my thought was that
they win.
Rodgers is going to go on the IR and not play in this game.
No way.
Or the jackass will have 5 touchdowns.
That's the one. I was talking to an old friend from the station.
Yeah.
Tim Allen. You might know him.
I do.
He's a big Cowboy fan.
Yeah.
He said that Rodgers is going to probably find it that game, throw 6 touchdowns.
Not against that defense. And they don't play this week. They don't play this week.
I know. They have a week to prepare for this game. So
Mike McCarthy's back in that barn with Jim Haslett's kid.
I see the game like 45-10. I want to say 17, but 45-10. Love throws a garbage touchdown with under a minute left.
This sucks.
All right.
People understand that I need the Packers like for content wise, I needed them to win today at the very end, where they would have played bad enough that it would have kept people interested, but still got to win. Now at 3-6, like I think the Packers might have single-handedly killed the momentum of this podcast.
Blame the Packers.
I do.
My buddy wanted to go to the game. He's like, there's no way tickets are going to be so expensive as they were 3 weeks ago. They're still $300.
Well, because Cowboys fans are going to come here.
Oh, it's going to be at least 40% Cowboy fans next week.
No, I'll go as high as 20.
Nope. Packer fans are going to sell out. Guarantee you. If you could make $300 on a ticket. All right, Bart.
Packers currently have a top 8 pick, to your point.
I just wanted to say hi.
Did you see if Rodgers said anything after the game before?
I haven't seen anything yet. Are you doing any Bucks this week?
Yeah, Monday night.
Oh, they're on the road, aren't they?
Tim, Monday night we got Bucks, Radford at Marquette, South Dakota at Wisconsin, and then the big MSOE Panthers showdown.
Are you going to do a live YouTube live or a whole live thing after the Badgers game on Friday by chance or no? At Miller Park, American Family Field?
Should I do a YouTube live after the elections on Tuesday?
Ooh.
Or it's just going to be me crying for 4 hours? Should I do I kind of want to go to that Badger game.
I am going.
With who?
A buddy of mine. His name is Bill. Not
what?
Michaels. Lord.
I had a dream I did a show with Bill, and it was like really good.
It probably would be, actually.
All right. On that note,
I'm gonna go drown my sorrows and.
By the way, did you get out on your bike this weekend?
What?
Did you get out on your bike this weekend?
Well, I went to Madison. I drove on my bike on Friday.
It's just too windy.
Nice fall ride on Friday.
Yeah, and then today it was too windy. Yesterday was too rainy.
Yeah. I wanted to go to the Scar Bar.
Yeah, well, we can do that tomorrow.
All right.
All right, Timmy.
Bart, it's been fun.
Yep, pleasure's yours.
Goodbye.
See everybody on Tuesday's show.
Go Brewers.